So, ladies and gentlemen, and the next presentation, we talk about the audio surround sound, the opportunity to engage audience in an impactful way and fill unreachable gap in the consumer's journey. And please join me in welcoming on the stage Mrs. ĐțiThủy, Head of Strategic Planning at Immer.
Clicker. Cho chị xin cái clicker. Cái clicker. Bấm play.
She needs her pointer.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully that we can start a very exciting session for today's session. So the topic that we want to present today is the future of the digital audio marketing strategy. So the agenda that we're going to cover is like we need to understand how audio play a very important role in our lives. And audio will be the next big thing, and hopefully all the marketers need to have a proper audio strategy to enhance and maximize our brand performance. And some of the sharing about the innovative audio solutions. So before we start the session, I would love to ask you, like, have you ever imagined a day in your life without sound? It's very terrible if we even think of we start a day, we're gonna late with our very important meeting without an alarm to wake us up on time. And it's very boring day at work if you miss how the music uplifts your mood while working or studying, right? I cannot imagine if my daily life having no sound at all. And what a better way to think of how much we rely on audio and how much we enjoy the audio in our lives. So let's take a look into the video that to show us how audio is surrounding by our lives. How many of you have seen yourself in these videos? Can you raise your hand, please? Thank you so much. And you know what? These behaviors are presenting in our daily lives very popular. And the thing is, we are multitasking. And most of these behaviors and activities are happening while we are not actively looking into our screen. And another interesting fact is like, in media production, a lot of marketers think of audio as an afterthought. We normally just focus on visual, right? Because we do believe that people majority or mainly are visual learners. And that's why we normally underappreciate the importance role of audio in the marketing strategy. So with these behaviors, people will not actively look into the screen. So will the visual, like presenting effectively our brand role? Now let's take a look into two of the examples to see the difference between the combination of audio and visuals successfully. Can you tell which brand is this? Yeah, and another example. So what brand is this? Tiki, right? Yeah. Can you tell me the difference between these two videos? we can see that from the very first example of DIệu My Son, they leverage successfully both combination of visual and audio in their marketing strategy, in their branded music videos. So normally when people watching the videos, they will see your brand. But then for the second example of the videos, you just see the product, like the product placement into the video itself, and the brand role does not inject it effectively into the music video or even the audio sound of it. So the thing is, like, a successful branded music video will glue your brand role into people's mind, even when they are not active looking into the mobile screen or the PC screen. And another global trend also showing the important role and the increasing trends of audio is also presenting in most of our daily life moments. So 40% of people listening to music while they are also playing games. 42% of them listening to music while they are working or doing housework, and 33% of people they are listening to music while they are at work or at school. And 40% of them listening to music while they are commuting. So these moments are screenless moments. And as a marketer, we tend to forget how to leverage these screenless moments effectively and properly. So we can see that especially for the younger target groups, they are heavily engaged with mobile screen, and they also have higher engagement with audio. 61% of them listening to music while they are studying, and 48% listening to music while they are chatting for those people aged from 13 to 17. While the people from 18 to 24, 52% of them are listening to music when they are surfing the internet, and 48% of them are listening to music while they are doing and playing games, and 47% of them are chatting. So these figures and numbers showing that these younger target groups, younger generation, they are very active on multitasking. They are heavy multitaskers, and they are most of the time like screenless and do not actively looking into the screen. So we need to have a proper audio marketing strategy as well. Another fact is, like, here you can see that 78% of Vietnamese consumers use smartphones to listen to their music. And when we look into our younger audiences, 92% of our younger audiences from 16 to 24, they are using smartphone to listen to music. So they heavily consume, like, music consumption is very high. And then when we break down into a particular devices, you can see that like 34% of them are listening through a speaker. And 66% they are listening through the earphones. So they are very focused on the audio environments. And when break down into the devices, only 41 of them are listening through website, but 90% of them are listening music through a mobile music streaming application. So you can see that they heavily consume through music through mobile environments. And when we look into the trend of the audiences, in 2018, you can see that the audio streaming only take 48%. But in 2019, that number has been increasing to 52%. And when we look into the capability where we can tap into the brand consumers' mind for the audio streaming platforms, that can offer a brand safe zone, because most of the audio streaming platforms are premium content and licensed content. So advertisers can control the context why their ads can be played or doesn't play. And the second fact is, like, a lot of marketers also focus on the brand visibility and the quality of the ads being exposed to. And for the audio streaming environments, 100% of your brand, 100% of your brand gonna be exposed to your audiences, because they only listen to one ad at a time. So the focus ratio, the focus percentage is 100%. So let's take a look into another fact. Audio also brings the experience beyond the music video experiences. I do believe that a lot of people here, we do understand the importance of music videos. We don't understand how the entertaining and storytelling can bring the impact and successful stories to our brands. But one of our studies also showed that like for a favorite branded music videos, normally we just listen on an average less than 5 times that we actively watch a music videos. But after that, we tend to listen rather than just watch. So that's also one of the facts that as a marketers, we need to also inject the brand role into the audio strategy, into our branded music videos as well. And in terms of narrowly, an audio as according to another study can show that 36% of an audio as is perceived more memorable than a TVC. That's easily to be understood because they are focused when they are listening to it. And they are only listen to one ad at a time and not being distracted by other ads formats. And that's why also 29% of the people also saying that like the audio ads are more memorable than a mobile video ads, especially in a smaller mobile screen. Yeah. So when we look into another figures, we can see that like out of all the users listening to audio ads, also show the impact versus other ads format. 59% of audio ads is perceived more likely to remember than of the slogan of the campaign versus other ad formats. And 10% of the audio ads are more likely to recall the advertisers, and 9% of them have higher brand awareness. This is because all the facts and figures I show you, just to show you that like audio ads is the next big thing for us to rethink our marketing strategy. So when we think about audio marketing strategy, we know that audio can ignite a lot of emotions in our consumers' mind. And we also show you some of the best way to leverage and maximize audio in the audio streaming environments, especially when they are streamless, when they are not actively looking into the screen. So first solution, you can see that we can have the sequential dynamic audio ads to tell a fuller stories. So we've been talking a lot about personalization to provide more relevant content to enhance brand consideration. So we need to think of an audio ads where we follow on the footprints of our consumers while they are listening and consuming music on the audio streaming platform by providing them a dynamic audio ads when they are listening to different playlists, when they are listening to, for example, different genre or even different emotion like playlist themes of the day. Or another solutions we can leverage following our consumers' footprints when they're listening to the audio and they are also consuming and multitasking, reading news or doing something else. They can chatting with their friends. We can have the sequential audio as following with the display ads. And these have been tested and proven the success of the combination between audio and display. It can help you to enhance the brand awareness and recall by 3 times. We have been testing with a lot of brands and we can see this impact in the way we provide more relevant content and follow the journey of the consumers through the audio streaming platforms and with other environments. And this one is another very interesting examples that dynamic audio ads can also help you in maximize the performance of the O2O strategy. So this is the example of a new car brand. So they have an offline event. Normally a car brand, they want to operate an offline event activation activities, and they just promote in a normal way and traditional way. But in this case, they are leveraging the radiance, the geofencing, to maximize the brand consideration message to trigger them based on the radiance of the commuters nearby the location where they host the activation activities. And For example, if you are distant by 20 kilometers, you will be exposed to message number 1. And then when you get closer to 10 kilometers, you're going to receive the message number 2. And when you are nearby by 5 kilometers, you will get the message number 3. And that also helping to increase the visitors to the pop-up stores by 3.36% times higher than the normal way. And also, they also increase 88% of the completion rates when they're listening to the audio ads. So let's take a look into the videos.
We launched a LIVESTEAM pop-up store to consumers in line with our motto, "Passion knows no distance." We achieved it by using a technique that had never been tried before. So what was the technique? We generated customized spots with a special setting using location-based programmatic radio, which had never been used in Turkey before. The radio spots were customized according to the listener's distance from the pop-up store and their musical preferences. Potential customers who were nearby were invited to visit the LIVESTEAM pop-up store to attend fun activities and take test drives. As consumers listening to our message were informed of their kilometer distance from the pop-up store, the background music of the spot switched to the genre of music they were listening to at that moment, and our banner ad displayed on their screens. The number of people who listened to the entire spot increased to 88%, significantly higher than the sector average. The number of unique visitors who listened to our customized spots based on location and music preferences and were directed to the pop-up store was 2.36 times higher than those who listened to regular spots. This campaign allowed us not only to turn the standard radio spot format into a dynamic one, but also to provide consumers a Mercedes-Benz experience in their natural environment and in a style they love.
Yeah. So, do you think the example is that exciting? So they can see that audio, as in these examples, they maximize the brand experiences while listening to the audio as in different music genre and also location-based to increase the conversion of the users visiting the offline store. And another examples that you can leverage and maximize on the audio streaming platform is when you already have your very successful music video, you need to turn your song, especially with the specific branded jingles, in a short audio ad version to reach and maximize the brand recall of the music videos in other environments. And this is a very exciting and successful case studies that we've done with Bivina. So the combination is like they also launch their music videos and also having their audio songs on the audio streaming platform to maximize and injected a clear brand role in their music, in their branded songs. So the video marketing also can show here like 13.2 million views on YouTube and 6.4 million listen turns on Zing MP3. So let's listen to the song. So this one, we work with the brand from the initial idea stage, and also we maximize the brand visibility in the audio streaming platform, and it's generating quite successful in that way. So if a brand, you already invest a lot of money on a music video content, please do think of how to leverage the audio streaming platform effectively as well. So that's what I presented today. So hopefully after today's session, we need to rethink our audio marketing strategy, and hopefully to see all the marketers to have new and upcoming audio campaigns successfully. Thank you.
Thank you to Diêm Thúy. So we also have some more gift for you. Thank you so much. This way.